Hey, what's going on, y'all? We're approaching midweek. Well, not approaching, we are in midweek. So you guys already know it's time for another Daily Jewel. I've noticed, no secret, especially amongst men, egos, pride, and jealousy is really killing us. Just to simply put it, it's destroying our support systems. It's destroying our unification. It's destroying, we could be a lot stronger, get a lot more done, be a lot more cohesive. But we choose to let little things like pride and having to take the back seat to someone else, having to take direction from each other. We allow those things to mentally affect us, and physically, they may ruin a good plan, they may ruin a good team. And I say that to say this: I know, some of us have dealt with it personally, and it's not. It doesn't make you a terrible person because you've done some things out of spite, or because you may have been envious in life. Those things tend to happen. I'm not saying I personally dealt with it. I definitely have done many things out of spite, not necessarily in business or when it comes to teamwork. But we've all been at fault. We all fall short. We all make mistakes. But I just know a lot of the individuals I've been recently running into. I'm not sure if it's the message I'm pushing, the agenda, or what it is, but I have conversations with these people outside of my own mentorship, and we share common thoughts, we share like minds, we agree on a lot of the same things and feel like action needs to be taken for certain things. But when you gather these individuals in, certain places or bring them together at one time, in hopes to make those plans and those visions and those perspectives come to fruition, a lot of things just get in the way. Whether it be that individual sitting back counting your material acquisitions, and feeling like, why can't they do that? Or, why are you in that position and they aren't? Or, why are people listening to you and not listening to them? I can go on and on with the reasons, but I've seen a number of things as to why people, tend to shun things that they actually do appreciate and actually believe in, but they feel like, if I'm not number one, then I want nothing to do with it. Just to touch on that point, I'm here to tell people, you have to pay your dues. There's going to be times you have to play the back seat. I mean, I don't care if you're born into a family of wealth and you want to be a ball player. Your father could be Bill Gates. He could be Trump, he could be Jay-Z, he could be anybody. You're going to have to pay your dues. I'm not saying it may be hard to get into that college, but you got to perform when you get on that field. You got to play the back to get to the front. You got to play the back to appreciate the front. And I try to stress that to a lot of people because, even in my personal interactions, I get those questions from time to time. Well, how did you do this? And why did you do this? And, me personally, anybody that knows me, I'm a big person on energy and vibes. And you can tell sometimes all those handshakes and those smiles, they aren't genuine. All the proud of yous aren't genuine. A lot of times it's just people being in the moment. It's just people going with the flow of things. If you're in a room full of celebratory individuals, you don't want to be the one person that jumps up and say, I object, I hate him, he shouldn't have made it, I don't feel like he earned it. But like I said, I'm a big reader of vibes and energy, and just even the support system. And like I said, it goes back to number one: pride, ego, jealousy. And like I said, amongst my people, even in my own city, I see the crab in the bucket mentality. We're not really supportive. Whether it's I'm not gonna say whether it's negative or positive, because I think all of us know negativity and stupidity is championed to an all-time high these days. But anyway, the support isn't there for whatever reason. And like I said, these individuals, you can have conversations with them in private. They'll share all the same sentiments and thoughts as you, but will not stand behind you. And I'm not making this video as a complaint. I'm making this video to touch on this one, more of a vent, just to say we have to let those things go. For the people who may be envious, for the people who may be sitting back, wondering why the next man is able to acquire this, or why he's done this, or why he's done that. Before you judge, before you come up with this big equation in your head as to why y'all should be in the same place or why you should be ahead of that man, you may want to take the time to get to know, you know, the work that man put in. When you're sleeping and when you're eating, what that man may be doing. Even when you're working, the type of work that man he may be doing, the type of networking, the type of connections. You know, his monetary flexibility. You know, all those things play a big role in the success of people. His focus, his drive. And I learned that early on, you know, rather than judging, because I know a lot of people who shrink in the presence of bigger people or people who are more successful than them. And that's never been my thing. My thing has always been, well, you know what, let me politic with you. Let me sit down with you and you give me the game. And you know, that's the very reason why I'm able to make these daily jewels. I get people all the time, you know, to tell me, you know, you're far beyond your years and this and that and the third, and it's definitely appreciated. But they don't understand, like, I don't say they don't understand, but they may not understand. My brother is 4 years older than me. And when I wasn't with him, I was hanging around my father and my uncles. So we're talking about, you know, being raised, pretty much not raised, but coming up with, you know, individuals that's 20 years your elder. Should you listen? Do more listening and talking? You know, you'll gain a lot of wisdom. You'll gain a lot of knowledge. Hence why I'm able to, you know, I'm able to do the things I'm able to do now at just 25 years old. But anyway, you know, back to the original point. Like I said, Joe, you got to be willing to pay your dues. Focusing on the next man and, you know, why he is where he is at, you know, that's not going to get you very far. The reason why you really, my opinion, the reason why you really don't hear most successful people, you know, harp and complain about where the next man is, because, you know, when you're busy, when you got a lot of time on your hands, you just honestly don't have the time to, you know, be unhappy, to be bitter. You know, busy people are usually happy people. You know, they're out actively chasing and achieving the things that they, you know, they set before themselves. It's usually the people who don't have a lot going on, or the people that are playing the back, you know, that let that jealousy creep in there. You know, that's one of the three. And like I said, just the egos, you know, stop being afraid to sit in a room with somebody who's more accomplished than you. You know, stop being afraid to ask questions. And you know, early on, I had a similar issue with that. Not so much pride or ego, but you know, I just always been big on isolation. You know, I'm gonna stick to myself and I'm gonna do it myself and this and that and the third. So I really realized, you know, if I want to reach the plateau I really want to reach, I'm going to have to network. I'm going to have to talk to certain people. I'm going to have to get with people who are in certain places that can help me get into the proper position to broadcast what I need to broadcast. You know, hence the videos, not like you know, just my personal experience. I post these videos on YouTube. I'm hands-on with everything. I do everything myself, from my business and retail to everything. I like to do everything on my own. But I had to come to the realization that I'm only going to get so far. I'm only going to be able to take on but so much demand from the consumer base as one man. Eventually I have to break down, you know, and include other people if I want this thing to blossom how I want it to blossom. And like I was saying, you know, with the pride, y'all, we have to be selfless. We have to put our, you know, our wants and our needs, our egos and all those things, put those things to the side and just focus on the betterment of ourselves, focus on the betterment of each other. And like I said, just, you know, the jealousy, that's really a no-brainer. I know we've all seen it or dealt with it. I don't really have to go too in depth with that one, but we definitely have to put those things aside. Should we not? We're just gonna spend our whole lives worrying about the next man. And like I said, you're not gonna get a whole lot done worrying about the next man's pockets, his accomplishments, and things of that nature. If you're really intrigued and he's really, you know, caught your interest with the things he's acquiring, the things he's doing, sit down and have a conversation with that man. You know, Lord willing, the person that you are admiring, they are a person who doesn't mind sharing information and sharing their wisdom. It's free. It costs you nothing to tell another man how to win. And I feel like it's one of my that's one of my biggest things I was always raised on. You know, we were never raised with you know, with hatefulness or selfishness. That's why it's nothing for me now to post a video weekly to tell you guys how I subsidize my living independently. I have no issues at all. I'm not, there's no secrets, there's no nothing. Like I say, I pride myself on being transparent. Anything anybody wants to know, they can ask. You know, my numbers in the video, my emails, you know, you got the comment section below, whatever. What's that BS saying? The game is to be sold, not to be told. That was a lie. I don't know what rapper made that up or whoever made that up. It was cute, it was cool, it was catchy, but it's false to the 10th power. And like I said, y'all, we have to get rid of that crab in the bucket mentality. Like I said, it's just killing our support systems. It's strength in numbers. There's so much more we can do. Should we unite and move as a force? And I just want to drop this example on you. I had a conversation with my uncle. I can't remember what day that was. I know LeBron and the Cavaliers scorched the Warriors, so it had to be 3 or 4 days ago. They beat them day before yesterday too. But anyway, he made a good point to me. The question was, the conversation was about unification and how effective numbers are. So I'm gonna pose this question. I'm gonna let y'all sit with it and just think about it, because it is a very powerful conversation. I'm aware within my generation, the one before me and after me, a lot of us feel like we're forgotten. We feel like we're at the bottom of the totem pole. The working man, the impoverished, the poor. And I feel that too. I'm definitely co-signing. I feel the same exact way. I have a real issue with how higher powers and higher establishments and higher machines treat the people on the very bottom. But when I say strength in numbers, this is a great example of it. We're almost the forgotten. We're the people at the bottom of the totem pole that keep these well-oiled machines running. From fast food to retail to the hard labor to Tampa Electric. I don't know what it is from state to state, but from Tico, to the law enforcement. We are the people. We're the people at the very bottom. That keep things afloat. Cause and I haven't been in the workforce in 4 years, so I can't say. But just in your mind, how many times has a CEO of your company come down, to get hands-on, to take a customer call with you, to do some customer service, to work a register, to clean a bathroom, to do all those things that are so overlooked. We just look at McDonald's and all we think is just burgers and fries and nuggets and it's just clockwork. This business just runs. But there are a selective amount of people who keep these things afloat, and these are the people, trust me, who are being paid the least amount of money. These are the people who are oppressed. These are the people who are impoverished. These are the people who children may be at C schools, may just be going through the worst elements of life. And then you have one man who's able to make more money, an entire system, make more money than an entire system. You have one man who gets a title and he eats more than anybody combined. And I say that to say this: there are a select amount of individuals within this nation that combined hold more wealth than the entire nation. Meaning, I want to say the number is 145. I'm not for certain, but anyway, meaning the NBA has 450 players. You take what, 15 teams, maybe 20 teams. You telling me, just an example, those 20 teams, those individuals amongst the team have more money combined than everybody in this nation. That's an issue. And this is why I say it's strength in numbers. And I gave the same example to a few friends of mine via email the other day. If we decided, and this is not a race thing, this is a people thing, this is a humanity thing. I want to jump on that first because people always get that twisted. I love everybody, especially all creeds and color of women. I love them all, but I love everybody. But anyway, And we decided as a collective, you know, the small people, the forgotten, the oppressed, the impoverished, the low people on the totem pole, the lower class people. If we decided one day, just for 24 hours, we won't eat McDonald's. No, we won't eat fast food, period. We won't ride city transportation. We won't fly. We won't drive. We won't buy gas for one day as a collective. The forgotten, you know, the people out here in the streets putting up the signs with their physical hands, the people digging the holes, the people serving the food, the people hands-on with the customer, the people working the registers, the teachers, all the impoverished people who are pretty much guided and rat packed by higher powers who no longer put in that work or never have. And we decided for one day to excommunicate just one of those things. I'm not saying even do them all. Pick one day where we don't drive at all. We're gonna walk everywhere we go. We're not gonna purchase gas for a whole 24 hours. Mark my word. These high up people who have forgotten about us, these high up people who never come to our neighborhoods, these high up people who never come to our schools, who never come down to McDonald's, who never jump in on our customer service call and say, you know what, I'ma handle this one because I'm really good at this. I've been with this company X amount of years. Mark my word, those people will have to roll their sleeves up, come back down to ground zero, to the mud, to the slums, to the impoverished areas, and build those customer relations. And that just goes back to what I said, just in case I lost you. It's strength in numbers. There's so much we can do with numbers. Yeah, the higher ups got money. They got millions, they got billions. But we got bodies. They cannot, the dollar is cool. But the voice and the physical action we can take as people is much more greater. I'm not going to go into much of that one because I want to make a Daily Jewel based around that. But I just want you to think about that one. To the people who feel like they're oppressed. To the people who are tired of being impoverished. To the people who are, you just go to work every day and you're like, damn, why I always got to do this and they don't do that? You know, why I'm always treated like I'm nothing? I'm here today and they replace me tomorrow. It is strength in numbers. And that's the agenda I'm pushing with my mentorship. That's the goal I want to have. You know what? I don't necessarily have to have that power. I just want somebody to be able to have that power where they go, you know what? We're 1 million strong. We 10 million strong. We 20 million strong. We're not buying gas today till we get changes. Watch how this system and things begin to shift.